Appreciate you guys. Dating in China and the United States is very different. I think, thank you, Lindsay. I think Chinese women in general, I'm not speaking for everybody, but in general, the ones that I've run into are a little bit more conservative. Thank you, Lil Mix. And this is what I love about dating in China, is that you actually meet a lot of women that are, I haven't dated in the United States in a long time. You meet a lot of women that have very conservative values. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if I'm being honest with you guys, I don't know, the guys who are watching, I've also run into a lot of gold diggers here in China. I'm serious. I run into a lot of gold diggers here in China. Well, I have no gold for them to dig, but I've run into some, probably more so than I've run into back home in America. That's just a fact. So I'm not saying I'm just saying that I've encountered more of them here. So I ain't got no gold for them to dig. So thank you, Alex. But I am just pointing out that this is something I've observed here in China. So, yeah, please ask your questions. My amazing moderators, Wendy and Ian, are both here. Thank you, Night Wolf. I didn't actually eat dinner tonight, by the way. Lunch was so much. I ain't gonna hook them horns, man, because I didn't go to Texas, man. I went to Carolina. Food quality. Yes, man, the hurricane hit southern China and Hainan province. I don't live there, but I've seen some social media posts. It's crazy, man. Windows be breaking and stuff. It's crazy. No, for real, though. We got over 1,000 people online. I want to hear y'all's advice. Should we go to South Korea, yes or no? Oh, yeah, Brooklyn. Wait till I'm actually eating. I don't have a pair of chopsticks on right now, but wait till I'm eating. I'll show it to you. They say I hold my chopsticks the wrong way, by the way. I don't know if Shaw is watching this. Shaw, are you watching? Thank you, Larita. People say, Chinese people say I hold my chopsticks the wrong way. Is that true? South Korea's got a lot of streamers. Thank you, BB. Thank you, Lil Felix. So see, a lot of people saying no. Thank you, BB. Thank you, BB. Thank you, Cam and Lil Felix. Man, thank you, Cam. Yeah, I will. Once I, what's it called? Thank you, BB. BB with the hats. I love it. Thank you, BB. I got you. Thank you, Kiki. I got you, Scott. If I leave USA, what career can I pursue other than English teacher in China, man? Look, man, I'm going to be very honest with you, man. If you got a good job in America, do your job in America. China is not a place where you come here and unless you're very, very young, it's not a place where you come here to find a low-paying job because this is a very wealthy country. And if you come here as a foreigner, there are a few types of jobs that are available to you. Let me list them to you one by one. Number one, if you're very young and you're very beautiful, you can be a model. So that's one job for foreigners. You can be a model if you have the looks for it. They do hire foreign models. But just remember that if you're an American, you're going to be competing with low-cost models from Eastern European nations and Russia. Okay, so that's one job. Another job they have here in China is English teachers. But you don't really need to do that by coming to China. Why? Because there's a lot of Americans who are doing this business from the comfort of their own home in America. All they need is an internet signal, and they teach English from their own home via Skype or via Zoom. So that's another job. A third type of employment here in China is what I call the highly important professional jobs, the ones that I had. Thank you, Ham HB. So if you're in the sciences, if you're in tech, if you're in business, those types of jobs. What's lacking, in my opinion, for an American or a European is everything in the middle. Thank you, Terry. Good morning, Terry. Is everything in the middle. Thank you, Linda Bird. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that makes sense. Like, it's either a very special niche type of job or a very special, like, high-tech, high business type of job. Does that make sense? Well, good morning, Terry. Thank you, Romeo. The heart meets really help us move up the rankings, and we get 10 points for every heart meet that gets sent. So they only cost a penny. What did Greg just say? Yeah, Greg, that's what I'm thinking about too, man. That's what I'm thinking about. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Tana Tyler. Crazy A. I don't know, man. If I come back to the States, probably a couple weeks. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Peony. Thank you, Toda. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, best luck is working for an American company. Exactly. Chris Colin. That's a great question, man. The answer is no. Thank you, Helena. This show is for an American-centric audience. Thank you, Debaja. Thank you, Ricky. Of course, everybody could tune in and watch. I don't stop anybody from watching. But this is an American-centric show. You know, Ian is British. Thank you, Courtney. All the heart me's help us move up the rankings. Like, Ian is a British. He's one of our most amazing viewers and one of our moderators. Thank you, Rouge. Like, this is an American-centric show, man. Like, of course, a lot of Chinese people tune in. Thank you, Ian. A lot of Chinese people tune in and they do watch. Thank you, Night Wolf. But they have a lot of content that they can watch in their own country. They can watch on Douyin. You know, for TikTok, this is for a Western audience, especially an American audience. Thank you, Jess. So hopefully that answers your question. So this is why sometimes they watch my channel and they're like, man, I don't want to really understand why. Thank you, Lindsay. They don't understand. Thank you, Lindsay. Like, some of the things I say was because it's being said from an American perspective. Thank you, Crazy A and Sandy. So this is why sometimes there's a little bit of confusion, a little bit of misunderstanding. I don't know if Shaw is still watching, but if he's still watching, he could relate to this. Thank you. Thank you, Linda Bird. Great to see you, Linda. I hope you're feeling better, Linda. If you got a free sub from Linda, please give a word of thank you to Linda. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. Oh, Shaw is here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, you know, for me, it's kind of like, thank you, Linda and Sophie Smith. For me, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I watch, yeah, anyway. Yeah, Mandy, of course. Yeah, we love everybody from all around the world. We love everybody that watches all around the world, in China, everywhere. You know, it's just that I feel like I can't connect with someone who lives in Argentina as well as I can connect with, let's say Lori back home in America. Thank you, Lori, Mr. J.S. Ville-Marie. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know anything about Argentina. I don't know anything about Spain. So I can't really communicate well. Thank you, Jess and Jill Pond, with a Canadian viewer or a French viewer, as well as I can connect with an American viewer back home. So if that makes sense. So that's why I like, you know, thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Jill Pond and Melinda. Nah, Argentina has culture, man. I'd love to go to Argentina one day. Thank you, Yasmin, Jill Pond. Thank you. So let me tell you the story of Ian, man. So Ian, I hope he doesn't mind me telling this. Ian is one of our moderators. I would say he's our lead moderator, along with Wendy and Annis. Ian actually discovered me when I was streaming on TikTok. Thank you, Don't Block and Jill Pond. I've never met Ian. I've never physically met anybody from here on TikTok. Because obviously, that's not true. I live in China, but I think I met Shaw before. I met Plant Groove before. Thank you, Robin and Jill Pond. Like, I've met certain folks here in China, but I've never met any Americans back home except Chavez. I have a viewer named Chavez from California. He saw me when I was in Beijing. But Ian discovered me here on TikTok, man. He kept on asking me, can I be your moderator? Can I be your moderator? At first, I wasn't sure. And when he started becoming a moderator, it's been a dream ever since. So it's been a great experience. But it's just here on TikTok. Like, so many people that I've never met before in real life. I discovered them on the app, on TikTok. So this app is amazing. It connects all of us from so many different parts of the world. It's amazing. But shit, I post about history all the time, man. What you mean? The last video was about history. Thank you, Celine. But you do have to understand the frequency with which I post my videos has gone down because I am on the road every single freaking day streaming. However, what we haven't forgotten is our roots. Our roots are history videos. And I have filmed a lot of great history content on our travels. I just need to make sure I sit down and write the script, get in front of a green screen, and film. So all that content is coming up. Don't worry, I'm never gonna stop making history videos. It's just that I've been on the road a lot, and they are coming. They are coming. Those videos are coming. Believe me, they're coming. Will Marie, I'm 33 years old. I turn 34 next month. I turn 34 next month. Time is flying by. Yeah, we got amazing people, man. Bronco, that's such a deep question, man. I think I talked about this before, but like, and honestly, can I be brutally honest with you, man? It honestly depends on the socio-economic situation of me and my wife when I get married one day. If my wife is like doing well, like she comes from a good family and she's pretty wealthy, and I'm doing well, I would consider living in Shenzhen or Hong Kong. Like, I think that's a good place to live if you're very well off financially. Okay? Why do I say I'm from America? Well, let me before I answer, because I'm an American citizen. I'm an immigrant. But if I was only like just average middle class, I would try to live in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and I would raise my kids in Chapel Hill. And there's a lot of American small towns I could do that in. I could do it in a small town in Michigan. I could do it in a small town in Georgia. I could do it in a town in Florida, you know. Not even necessarily a small town, a city in Florida, a city in North Carolina. I could do it in Charlotte, North Carolina. There's a lot of places I could raise my family if I was middle class, but it would probably be in America. But if I was better off financially, I would think about raising them in Shenzhen or Hong Kong. I think that would be first choice would be Shenzhen. Like, I think that would be a great place for my kid when I have a kid one day to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Clean air quality, good food, great schools. Thank you, Lori. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lori. Great schools. So that was a long answer. I've thought about this a lot. I'm going to stream that day. I've thought about this a lot, but it's probably going to be either Shenzhen or somewhere in North Carolina. Man, Andre, man, I'm not a big celebration guy. You know, I'm pretty low key. But for my birthday, I think it's just going to be a normal day here on TikTok. It's actually coming up next month in October. I ain't going to tell y'all what day it is because I don't want y'all to get too hyped up about it, man. I wanted to just be a normal day. But I do turn 34, which is kind of crazy. I turned 34 years old. So thank you, Just Kirby. So yeah, I will. I'm just going to be a normal day of stream. Probably get some food that day. Do a food stream. Maybe order a cake. Maybe order a little cake and just eat it with you guys. But it'll definitely be spent with you guys here on TikTok. For sure. It'll be spent with you guys. So be spent with you guys. Yeah, we might go to Haidi Lao and then have the Haidi Lao folks sing the birthday song. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to you. Thank you, Donna Marie. What will we do after my streaming career, my dream job? I don't have a dream job, man. Thank you, Arrow and Lori. Thank you, Lori. I don't know, man. There's a viewer of mine named Nerd Girl. Her name is Carrie. I don't think she's watching right now. It's probably too early for her. She's on the West Coast, I think. Thank you, Phoebe and Mikkel. So she messaged me 2 days ago. I don't know if Nerd Girl is watching. I don't think she's watching. Thank you, Phoebe. she messaged me 2 days ago and she was like, Daniel, what do you need to take the next step? Do you need an investor? Do you need, like, what's your 3-year plan? Thank you, Winnie. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what's your plan? And there's also this girl who was asking me on a dating app. She was like, what's your 3-year plan? And I'm just like, man, I'm not a plan type of guy. I'm a let it be type of guy. I just try to handle every day to the best of my abilities and just get along. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no 5-year plan. I ain't got no 10-year plan. I ain't got no plan. I just attack every single day, do my best, and everything else will work itself out. You know, that's my plan in life. I have no plan whatsoever. And she was like, you know, and a nerd girl, and God bless her, she was like, you know, do you need an investor? I said, I was thinking to myself, I said, what's there to invest in? You know what I'm saying? Like, the channel's doing well. We make enough from the donations and from the subscriptions to sustain our travels. You know, and I'm not a particularly greedy, I'm not a particularly materialistic person, you know what I'm saying, where I don't really need that much physical stuff. Thank you, Diesel. So it's like, Chris, I'm streaming. That's what I'm doing in bed, man. Because I went outside, there was nothing to stream. So I just take it day by day, man. I don't really have any plans or anything. I just, you know, if this streaming, let's say, I mean, there is a chance like TikTok maybe won't exist here in America in, let's say, a few months. I hope not, but there is a chance. But if it doesn't exist, then, you know, just do something else in life. You know, thank you, Cat Moon. I don't really worry about it too much. You know, I just kind of let it be. Thank you, Cat Moon. Thank you, Alex. Great to see you, Alex. Good morning, Alex. Alex, I think you might have missed the show from last night. We were on the boat, and we got pretty close to North Korea. Thank you, Just Kirby. What's my type of woman? A kind woman. Thank you, Cat Moon. I love personality. I love good personality. I love kindness. Just someone who's going to be a good mother. Someone who's going to be a great partner. And someone who will get along with my mother. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's going to get... Oh, my mother's a kind woman. Someone who's going to get along with my mother. Someone's going to get along with me, and someone who will become a good mother. That's what I like. That's what I look for in a woman. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you. Yeah, man, there's a lot of potato chips on my shirt. There's a lot of potato chips on my shirt. I feel like I'm eating too much junk food, by the way. Thank you, JC and Eileen Marie. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm eating way too much junk food, y'all. By the way, man, so tonight when I was out on the streets and I was prowling for a location to stream, I saw this live stream from the city of Dandong. It was a guy who was singing. Oh my God, he had like 6 employees working for him. They were working outdoors in the streets, and the guy was singing. And he was pretty popular on Chinese Douyin, on Chinese TikTok. He had like 10,000 people watching him on Douyin. And I was just like, oh my God. The amount of equipment that they have is freaking incredible. This guy, AC, no. Not as long as TikTok is around, the answer is no. This guy had 3 cameramen using a gimbal from DJI and a Sony A3 camera that was streaming directly on the Douyin. I don't even know what kind of equipment they have. It was amazing. Thank you, Crazy A and Just Kirby. They had music switchboards. They had speakers. They had monitors. They literally set it all up outdoors on the streets so the singer could stream in front of 10,000 people. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and I'm just a guy that walks down the street with my iPhone in my hand. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what they doing out here in China with all the streaming equipment, man. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's a good question. That's actually a good question. You know, man, I tell you this, man. You know, I'm fortunate to be born in China and raised in America. I feel like, you know, the two political systems are very different, but they're very palatable to me personally. Thank you, Birdie. I have no problem raising my kids in either. I would happily raise my kid in either. But I feel like if I raise my kid here in China, one of the things I have to think about is, do I pay for international school? Hello, Sarah Morgan. Do I pay for international school here in China? Or do I send them to a Chinese school? Thank you, Chantel. Because if they go to a Chinese school, the curriculum is going to be different. It's going to be obviously a Chinese curriculum. There's going to be a lot of, there's going to be actually a lot of political education in school, meaning you're going to be learning about political thought. So that's also palatable to me. That's something I'm happy with. Thank you, Carlito. I do speak Mandarin, perfect Mandarin. But it's just different. I don't have any kids yet, but it is something I do think about. When I have a kid one day, do I raise them in America? Do I raise them in China? If I do raise them in China, do they go to private school? Do they go to public school? I would have the same issue if I was in Chapel Hill. If I was in Chapel Hill, I would be thinking about, do they go to a East Chapel Hill High School, or do they go to a private school? Because they have private schools in Cary and Chapel Hill. The same type of question. I would actually be thinking about same type of question in both countries. I speak perfect Mandarin. Perfect Mandarin. Thank you, Naini. Thank you very much. Look, I think a lot of them honestly depends on who my wife turns out to be when I get married one day. If my wife, I can't make these decisions on my own. It depends on the spouse, the partner. Depends on the wife as well. I speak perfect Mandarin. Thank you, Hat Chick. Happy wife, happy life. I know. Oh, dude, man, the typhoon is far as hell from me, and I'm in northern China, man. I'm next to North Korea. The typhoon is in South China, man. It's in Hong Kong and Hainan and Shenzhen, China, man. It ain't next to me, man. Shaw, you got any kids, Shaw? Shaw, you watching right now. I can't remember. You got any kids? You married? You're not married, right? You still single, right? You got a girlfriend? You married? And thank you, Linda, for moderating. Our DP is also here. I don't know if Shaw's still watching. One of my viewers. Thank you, Keisha. I don't see any. Anyway, let's keep the comments flowing, and let's switch up the questions. What's my MDPI? I'm INFJ. I am INFJ. Yes, most common language spoken by at least 1 billion people. Mandarin is the most spoken language in the world, by the way, on this earth. Not just in China. It's the most spoken language here in this earth. Oh, he answered yes. Oh, I didn't even see that. I'm INFJ. Yes, I'm finally laying down. I didn't even see his comment. I didn't even see Shaw's comment. What would I not eat ever? Man, there's a lot of things I would never eat, bro. I would never eat a cat, bat, rat. I would never eat that. They don't eat it in China, but I would never eat that. I would never eat a spider. I've seen that before in China, actually, a fried spider, a fried tarantula. I would never eat that. I would never eat there's a lot of things I would never eat, actually. But I'm actually pretty open-minded, actually. I would never eat raccoon either, that nasty ass. I would never eat raccoon. Oh man, John, the more you read, you'll memorize it, believe me. When you see the same symbols all the time, you'll memorize it, believe me. Oh, see, Hannah, I've never had crocodile. See, I've never had raccoon. If you tell me it's good, I might actually try it. By the way, as I'm talking to you guys, man, Fast and Furious 7 is on TV right now. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you. It is on TV right now, Fast and Furious 7. It is dubbed in Chinese, which is very weird, because I'm watching Ludacris right now, speak on TV, and yet nothing but Chinese is coming out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Very, very weird to watch a dubbed movie nowadays. Watching Ludacris and he's speaking in Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Look. You see this right here? See, look at this. You see that? You know, I'm watching like Ludacris. He's speaking in Chinese. So it's Vin Diesel, the late Paul Walker. They all speaking in Chinese. Man, I don't see a lot of dub movies. Man, this is a long time ago, by the way. This movie is a very old movie. Would I ever stream in Japan? Absolutely, man. I would love to stream for you guys in Japan. But I feel like a lot of people do it already. I feel like I could do it better, obviously. But I would love to go stream in Japan. Thank you, Martha, but it's just very expensive. I gotta save up for Japan, man. Japan is way too expensive. Way too expensive. Like, I'm gonna be staying at the Capsule Hotel when, like, my hotel tonight is $22. It's not a very big hotel, but it's $22. That won't even get you a capsule hotel in Tokyo. I think capsule hotels in Tokyo are like $30 and up. So, yeah, I'm going to have to. Yes, I have heard about the game. I don't have time to play video games, unfortunately. And I'm not a big gamer because I'm not very good at video games. But I'm very happy the game is doing so well. And I'm so happy that a lot of Americans back home like to play it. Thank you so much, Nate. Good morning, Nate. Good morning. Thank you, Loki. Good morning, everybody back home in America. I'm happy that everybody is enjoying this video game called Wukong back home in America. He is my idol. He is my hero. My channel is named after him. Thank you, Martha and Dez. My channel is named after the Monkey King, Sun Wukong, you know? So I'm happy that you guys get to see it now in a video game. Thank you, Black Widow. So I'm very happy about that. How's the law enforcement over there compared to the States? A lot more strict. A lot more strict. There's a lot of things that you can do in America you can't do here in China. But there's also a lot of things that you can do in China that you can't do here in America. But man, they take crime very seriously here in China. They don't play around with crime, man. Like fighting. Like they don't play with that, man. Law enforcement is very strict here in China, especially public safety. I think the number one takeaway I have about living in China is that the most important thing for law enforcement is public safety. They take public safety extremely seriously here in China. I was biking through the city of Dandong tonight, and I can't tell you how strict they are with public areas, night markets, shopping malls, any place where there is a mass number of people. You're going to see law enforcement, you're going to see cops, you're going to see security. They take public safety very, very important here in China, very, very seriously, man. Now, you can wear a tattoo. Nobody cares about your tattoo. But they take this stuff very, very seriously. Thank you, David Smith. Nah, I cannot tour a military base. No way. No way, Jose. I could never tour. But you know what, though? I will tell you guys this. Please follow the channel because this December, thank you, Brown Sugar. Then you going to jail, Butters. Then you going to jail. No, Karina, I let them know what city I'm in beforehand, but they don't really know about like all the details. You know what? They do their own research. My moderators do their own research. That's why my moderators are so amazing. My moderators do their own research. Thank you, Tommy Chen. Great to see you, Tommy. Tommy's one of my viewers from very, very early when I started streaming. Anyway, let me tell you guys the story though. So in December, I'm going to take you guys to the Zhuhai Air Show. Who's ready for that? We're going to the Zhuhai Air Show in December. It is open to the public in the city of Zhuhai. we're gonna see a lot of cool stuff at the Zhuhai Air Show. You're gonna see drones. You're going to see planes. You're going to see a lot of that stuff. And actually, a lot of that stuff is technology that they export to foreign nations. So there's no military secrets or anything. It's technology that you will see foreign nations buy from China, including some drones that are used for military purposes. So I can never go to a military base, nor do I want to. But at the Zhuhai Air Show, we're going to see a lot of cool stuff when we go stream from there in December. I can't wait to take you guys, man. I can't wait to take you guys there. I've been waiting to go for a long time. During the COVID pandemic, I couldn't go because they needed like a health code. It was very complicated. But this December, I'm going to take you guys to the Zhuhai Air Show. Thank you, Laugh Till. John, hell no. Hell no. No guns in China. They don't play with that. No guns. No guns in China, man. At all. At all, man. No guns in China. Very strict gun laws. Jay, I use trip.com. The app is in the app store. Man. What do the people think of Trump? Man, first of all, most people don't care about Trump. Most people here in China just trying to live their own life. You know what I'm saying? Some people think he's unfriendly towards China. Thank you, Looking. Some people think he's funny. Some people think he's got a lot of, a lot of people think he's funny. But a lot of people also realize that he wasn't the most friendly president towards China. So, I mean, I don't think most people care about him, to be honest, man. Thank you, Ego. Most people here in China trying to pay their bills. They try to pay their mortgage. They try to take their kids to school. I don't think they got time to worry about the U.S. president. Most people here in China trying to live their own life. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Sunsets. Majuru, 100% safe. I promise you, 100% safe. Thank you, Sharp. 100% safe. You'll have a great time. There's actually a woman here traveling in China. She's streaming as well. I see her comment all the time. I think her name is Jasmina. She streams all the time from here in China. Thank you, Sunsets. Now, she doesn't have a lot of people watching her, but she's a young female. I don't know if she's American or Australian. I don't know what she is, but she's Caucasian. She travels alone by herself throughout China, and she streams it. So very, very safe. Very, very safe. Australia, yeah, I didn't know what country she's from. She streams from different parts of China, just like I do. Man, follow the channel, share this live stream. How do they handle one time zone over 2,000 miles? See, that's a great question, man. So this is like when I go and stream in Xinjiang, we're coming up very soon when I stream in Xinjiang. Thank you, Donna. This is why in Xinjiang, everything is, even like the public museums are open till 8 p.m. in the evening. You know why? Because it's still light outside. So that's how they handle it, because they have one time zone. It gets dark at let's say 6 p.m. in one place. But when you get to Western China, let's say in Xinjiang or Tibet, it gets dark at 9, 10 o'clock in the evening. So they handle it. Thank you, Donna. They just handle it. It's crazy, right? So in America, we have 4 time zones in continental USA, and then Hawaii is on a time zone, Alaska is on a time zone. But here in China, there's only one time zone. So you just deal with it. You just live through it. You just have a 8, 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock at night, and the sun is still up. Thank you, Donna. So that's how they deal with it. I'm not really hungry. Nah, Kristen, my phone's not on the North Korean time zone anymore. Paintball, yes. Archery, yes. Shooting, no. 90, anything to deal with guns, no. No guns in China. There's no guns here. Yes, Mooney. Most people use WeChat or Alipay. But if you watch me a lot here on TikTok, when we go to the morning markets, what do? You see a lot of people still pay with cash, right? At the morning markets, right? So, hello, Abby. Hello. What up, Modern Kitchen? What up, Modern Kitchen? How does school work down here? Very similar to America, except high school is only 3 years. Thank you, Nana COVID. Haven't seen you in forever, Nana. Great to see you, Nana COVID. Thank you. Man, no crossbows either, man. I think it's actually illegal to own a crossbow as well. Thank you, Nana COVID. Any type of a weapon that might cause harm to the general public. Actually, the Chinese people can answer that. The Chinese people who are watching can answer that. I don't think you can own a crossbow here in China. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Alicia. The Chinese people can answer this question, man. I don't think you can own a crossbow here in China. Right? What a moon watcher. Right? No crossbows, right? I'm seeing what the Chinese people say. I think the answer is no. Somebody said like a toy. You could do it with a toy. But not like the freaking Walking Dead, you know, what Rick has. You know what I'm saying? Not that stuff that can not the stuff that can bring down an animal. Magnus, of course, I got you. I got you, Magnus. It's coming. Thank you, Moon Watcher. Yeah, you can't have weapons. You know, you can't have weapons. Does China believe steal all legends of spirits? I don't really know what that question means, but there's a lot of superstitious people here in China, including me. Thank you, Donna. A different Donna. Thank you, Donna. There's a lot of superstitious people, man, including me. I am very superstitious. Thank you, Bill Elway. What up in Israel, Daniel? Same name. Do older people have... Yes, we have a Chinese version of DoorDash and Uber Eats. Way cheaper. Way cheaper than DoorDash. No tipping either. Tell you about Panda. Panda's my business partner, man. She's an amazing human being. Thank you, Ash. She's one of the reasons why the channel runs. It's just me and her. She's amazing. She is amazing. Can people hunt food there? Yes, you can, but you mostly set traps. You can't use a weapon. You gotta set a trap. So, you know what's one of the things I actually really want to do back home in America? I want to go to Texas and I want to go hunt wild bears. No, I'm sorry, hunt wild pigs. I've seen people do that in Texas. They get into a helicopter and they hunt wild pigs from the helicopter. I saw that before on TikTok. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do that. There's many things lacking for high-paying jobs. What do you mean lacking for high-paying? You got to elaborate that questions, man. I don't really know what that means. Lacking for high-paying jobs. You got to elaborate a little bit, brother. Lacking for high-paying jobs. Elaborate on that question, and my moderator can pin that question again. Are Chinese cars better than U.S. ones? Thank you, Sunsets and Pamela. I don't drive in China, man, but they got some nice cars over here. I'll tell you this, man. Hopefully we can own a car soon in China, and we could start doing some driving tours here in China. I don't drive yet, but I hope to get a car soon. I am very comfort, man. I am very comfy. What does Panda do? Panda does a lot, man. Panda helps us with a lot of the route planning, things where we're going for the streams. And when we're making videos here on TikTok, she does a lot of anything related to the green screen. So she'll help me look good on camera. I do all the video editing. She doesn't do any of the video editing, but she does help me with the audio. So she's just a good person, man. You know, I always like to believe that when you hang out with good human beings, good people, they bring you good luck. I really believe it, man. I really believe when you hang out with good people, they bring you good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they bring you good luck and good juju. Thank you, Romero. Thank you, Lavish. This is why I want to surround myself with good human beings, because I think they bring me good luck, and she's just a good person. And ever since I met her, you know what I'm saying, the business, like not the business, but just the channel has done well. She's just a good human being, man. Like, you know, I always tell her this. I said, you know, your mom and your dad, I always tell Panda this. I said, you know, her parents are shop owners, so her parents are not very well educated. They didn't go to college. They didn't have like degrees like my parents have. But I always told Panda, I was like, your mom and dad have a lot to be proud of. I said, your mom and dad have a lot to be proud of. because they raised an amazing woman, a great young woman, and a great daughter. Even though they don't have all the fancy degrees that, my parents do, but they raised like a good kid with good values. You know what I'm saying? I tell her this all the time. And she's got siblings as well. She's got an older sister, she's got a younger sister, and she's got a younger brother. She comes from a family of 4 kids. So this is why a lot of people who think like China has a one-child policy in the past, Panda's like only 5 years younger than me. She's got 3 siblings. She's a Chaoshan family. They got 4 kids. Think about that. 4 kids. High paying jobs for foreigners. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what the question is, but not as many high paying jobs for foreigners as 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Those jobs are disappearing. Thank you, Pikachu, because China has become so self-sufficient. They don't really need foreign expertise as much as they did 20 or 30 years ago, even 10 years ago. So a lot of the high paying jobs here in China for foreigners, not nearly as much as before. And you really want to work for like a European or an American company, and those jobs are also disappearing. Just not as many like foreign high paying jobs as before. Thank you, Big Jake. John, that's a good question, man. I don't know because, I don't hang out with a lot of senior citizens every day, but I have seen like, I'll tell you this. I'll put it this way, man. Thank you, 90, for the travel with. Thank you, 90. I will say this, man. Senior citizens here in China are the #1 target audience for scammers. Because sometimes they have a cell phone, they have an iPhone or Android or a Samsung or a Huawei, and they are very susceptible to cell phone scams and online scams because they may not be as proficient as, let's say, a younger person with, let's say, a bank card, so they are the #1 target for fraud. So I'm not sure if that answers your question. I can't speak on them, but I just think that there's a lot of cyber crime. So let me answer that. Let me answer that question. I'm not gonna tell you how I met Panda, man. That's a private thing, but I met her organically. Cyber crime is a big issue here in China. Thank you so much, Tracy. Cybercrime is an extremely big problem here in China. Like, China may not have a lot of violent crime. There may not be a lot of like shootings or like violent crimes as we do in America. Cybercrime here in China is very, very serious. Thank you, Vicky and Tracy. Thank you so much, everybody. We're almost hitting our goal with the ducks. There's a lot of cybercrime, a lot of like scams. I've been scammed before. Thank you, Jack 12. I was scammed once for about $30. One time for about $100. Another time for like $60. Thank you, 90. So there's a lot of cybercrime here in China, and the government is really taking that very, very seriously. Very, very seriously, man. So there's a different type of. Thank you, Dream Inc. Thank you, Dream Inc. So yeah, I have been scammed. Thank you, Dream Inc. Thank you so much. No, I didn't get scammed last night, but I have. You guys want to hear a story about how I was scammed here in China? Thank you, James. I should tell you these stories, but I feel like I would honestly embarrass myself. Thank you, Nana COVID. Thank you, James. Thank you. You guys want to hear a story of how I was scammed? Y'all want to hear the story of how I was scammed? Y'all want to hear it though, for real? Man, I feel like I kind of embarrassed myself though. Yo, for real, honestly, I feel like this story is embarrassing. All right, so let me set up a little bit. Let me tell you how I was scammed. Don't judge me, okay? Thank you, Nana COVID. Thank you, Nana COVID. All right, I'm gonna tell you about one time I was scammed, okay? Don't judge, don't be judgmental. I'm gonna tell you the story. No judgment zone. Like, I'm being very sincere with you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys. You can laugh, okay, but just don't judge. Okay. So one night I connected with somebody on Tinder. Thank you, Jacqueline. And I connected with somebody on Tinder, okay? And usually the women that I meet on dating apps are very solid, very, very good people, like real people, good people, okay? So I meet this woman on Tinder, and we talk a little bit, and I'm like, add me on WeChat, let's talk. And then she adds me on WeChat, and then she's like, I want to come over, which is a red flag, because I was trying to invite her to dinner. She was like, I want to come over, okay, to your apartment. I was like, oh, you sure about that? She was like, yes, I want to come over. And I'm like, okay. She gives you like this whole story, she's like, oh, I'm married, but I'm not happy at home. My husband and we don't get along. I want to come over, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Terry. A bunch of bullshit ass stories, okay? And the scam that she pulled was, she was like, I'm about to get in the car. I'm coming over. Y'all gonna laugh at this, but I hope you don't judge. She was like, do you like lingerie? I'm like, no shit. Of course I love lingerie. Who doesn't? Okay, what person is gonna say no? I was like, yes, I do. Of course, I love it. She was like, let me buy some from the vending machine. Okay? She was like, let me buy some from the vending machine right now and I'll come over. Okay, I was like, sure thing. You go ahead and do that. She goes to the so-called vending machine and she sends me a QR. I know it sounds so stupid when I'm describing it to you, but when you are in the moment, this is why, by the way, for everybody who's watching right now, we always laugh at people who get scammed. Okay, we're like, ha ha, you're so silly. Thank you, Carol. We always laugh at people who get scammed because we think it's never gonna happen to us. But when you're in the moment, you're not thinking straight, and that's how people get scammed. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm serious, man. So she's like, oh, I'm standing in front of the vending machine. Which one do you like? She actually has you pick it out. She's like, which one do you like? I'm like, I like this one. And then she sends you a QR code on WeChat. And then the QR code, you scan it. It's like, it's not a lot of money. It's like 200 yuan. It's like $25. Thank you, wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Like, they sell the lingerie in the vending machines, and then it's like $25. It's like, F it, I'll pay it. You pay it. Thank you, 90, for extending your subscription. You pay it. And then as soon as you pay it, she'll say something like, oh my God, my husband is coming home. I can't come over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, So it's like they be doing like, that's the type of scam that they be perpetrating. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, it could have been a guy who did something like that. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, man, like for me, I was just kind of curious about what was going to happen next. So I kind of played along with it because I was actually kind of curious about this. But like, that's one way I got scammed. You guys want to hear the crazy way I really got scammed here in China? I got scammed for $300 one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's a small amount of money to learn a lesson. But there's actually like you guys want to hear a serious scam that I ran into here in China. You guys want to hear a real story. You guys want to hear a real scam. Okay? So another time I got scammed here in China for about $300. This was, I actually went to the cops, by the way. This is my only time calling the cops in China. I've never called the cops before in China, but I did that day. So it's just to show you how dumb I am. The story also begins on a dating app. Okay? By the way, this is making dating apps seem really bad, and it's not. Like, I met a lot of great people. I met a lot of great women here in China on the dating app. So I don't want it to be like I don't want to be talking bad about the dating apps. But this woman I meet on the dating app, we decided to go on a first date. And the red flag, here's the red flag. Usually when you go on a first date, you go for dinner, you go for coffee, you go to a bar, you go to bowling, you go for a movie, That's a normal first date, right? The red flag was that she wanted to play mahjong, which is basically a Chinese board game. She wanted to play mahjong with me. Okay, that's a red flag right away. That's a red flag. Okay? I'm like, I don't freaking play mahjong. Okay? I don't play mahjong at all. I don't know how to play mahjong. Okay? I don't have time for that shit. I just want to take you to dinner. She was like, no, I want to play mahjong. I was like, all right, whatever. Let's play mahjong then. Shit, let's do it. You need 4 people to play mahjong, by the way. So we meet up at a mahjong place. Thank you, N. Okay, so we meet up at a mahjong place. And she brings 2 of her friends. Actually, 2 of her friends arrived after the fact. And, we start playing mahjong. And as soon as I started playing, I knew something was wrong. Because I knew I was the mark. Like, like when you're at a poker table and, there's a saying, if you're at the table and you can't spot the mark, you are the mark. I knew right away I was the mark. They were communicating with each other. They were pretending. They were letting each other win. They were rotating who would win. But the loser always ended up being me. Does that make sense? Like, I would lose to one girl, and then I would lose to the next girl, and then I would lose to the next girl. You know what I'm saying? And then they would all play a role. Like, one girl would complain about how bad her luck was that day. They were all acting. There was an act. Like, the 3 of them were acting in front of me. So there would be one girl who has the job of making me feel better by also losing a lot. Okay, so she's like, oh my God, I can't believe how bad my luck is today. Oh, I'm losing just like you, so you don't feel like the only loser at the table. You know what I'm saying? So, like, by the end of this, so I had to leave early, man, because I knew it was a set that they were doing. By the end of it, I got scammed for about $300. $300. 5 minutes into the game, I knew it was a scam. But because, you have an ego as a man, egotistically as a man, you don't want to just get up and leave. You know what I'm saying? So I finished playing like 2 games and I left. And by the end of those like 2 or 3 games, I lost like $300. So I take my Uber, my Chinese Uber. I get back to my apartment. I call the cops. I literally call the cops. And the cops show up. They take me to the police station. We go to the police station together. And they do what's called a bilu, which is like they ask for my story. And I tell those girls. I tell the girl that I was in contact with. I was like, yo, I'm at the police station right now. You better give me my money back. You know what I'm saying? You better give me my money back or else I'm going to let the cops know. And they actually gave me back like $200 of it. So I ended up getting scammed for like maybe $100, $150. They gave me back like $200, probably to get under a certain threshold, under the prosecution limit or something. I don't know what it is, but that was my only interaction where I actually went to the cops and I filed a police report, and I've never heard back from them since. But that was like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I was just like, man, so that was another time I got scammed here. So for me, it's always like, it's always the, I'm a dog, I love women. It's always the women that end up getting me. You know what I'm saying? I love women too much. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't get ahead in life. Every single one of the scams that I've fallen prey to here in China has always involved a woman. We don't know if the first person who scammed me was a woman or not. I never met the person. It was on WeChat. It could have been a man. But that's what happens when you're a dog, That's what happens when you're a dog. Your ass just always be paying. Thank you, Jess. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. So I'm always very honest with you guys, man. I always tell you guys the truth. That's how I tell you guys the truth. I have been scammed here in China, but what's fortunate is I've never been scammed for like $50,000 or like $10,000. That's never happened to me. I'm smarter than that. But like, $50 here and there, $200 here and there. Thank you, N. Thank you, Alicia. That has happened to me before. So, yeah, $300 a dinner date. It's actually, for me, it's like, She was actually from Dongbei. She was actually, the person who scammed me was actually from Dongbei, from Manchuria, from this area of China that I'm in right now. So, you take that for what you will. Just, yeah, man, just a lot of stuff, man. Thank you, Larita. I've seen a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be mad because I'm the one who's a dum-dum. I'm the dummy. I deserve it. I call it a donation to the universe. You know what I'm saying? I call it a donation to the universe. Thank you, Alex. I hope you guys don't mind the story that I just told you, man. Like, I have to tell you this. I like to believe that, the people in India, the people who are scamming Americans back home are usually Indians from India. You guys ever see that TikToker who does the Dave, the robocall, the guy who busts all the people who are scamming in India? You guys ever see that guy here on TikTok? So I live in North Carolina. I live in Chicago, Seattle, Ohio, and Doc Compton. You guys ever seen Doc Compton, right? I watch Doc all the time. So Doc is busting Indian scammers who are scamming Americans, right? I watch Doc all the time. He's great. I love Doc's show. But like here in China, and you watch the people here who are scamming Chinese people here in China, I'm pretty sure if they had a better job in life, they would do it. They don't wake up one day and say, like, I want to be a scammer one day. It's because, I like to think that it's because they have no other job that pays as well as what they do scamming. You know what I'm saying? I like to think that people are good-natured and they want to do an outstanding and respectable job. But, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to make money nowadays. And, people want to take a shortcut. They don't want to do the hard work. And, they turn to a life of crime and they scam, So, what I'm saying, I wish they don't scam anymore. But, but it is what it is. Scamming in China is billions of dollars. Thank you, Ian. I don't need to use a VPN, man. I use my American SIM card. Thank you, Ian. We almost at our goal. One away from our goal. So, like, for me, it's like, you think about life here. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Ian. For me, it's like, it's just a donation to the universe. That's all it is. Thank you, Richard. A donation to the universe. Speaking of donations, man, I got to get back on my charitable donations, man. After I left my corporate job, I kind of stopped giving to charities because, obviously I wasn't bringing in the same income as I did before. I used to give to a few different programs every single year. I stopped doing that because I was trying to create a business here on TikTok and YouTube, and I didn't have any income for a couple of years. Now that times are better, I gotta get back on the horse, man. Speaking of charitable donations, I gotta get back to giving to I gotta start giving back to UNC again, Carolina again. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you very much, Ruby. It's kind of remind me of that. Follow the channel, man. Share this live stream. Thank you, Eve. Thank you very much. Great to see everybody. What's my plan? Yeah, man. You know what's kind of crazy about those scams, though? It's like, honestly, man, when I look back at the way that I was scammed, thank you, Ruby. Like, I think I'm a decently intelligent guy. Thank you, Indigo and Ruby. I say to myself, I was like, man, if only these scammers applied their intelligence and their talent, the amount of intelligence that went into scamming me, if they applied that intelligence towards doing something better with their lives, I feel like they would actually be far more successful in life. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, T. Clee. Thank you, Korean. Thank you, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Nope, the app does it for me. You know what I'm saying, 90? It's like, if you applied your intelligence to doing something good with your life, the same amount of intelligence that you use to scam me, and you use that towards like school or a business, a legitimate business. Thank you, Jess. Thank you for the rose. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you would actually do a lot better in life. You know what I mean? So anyway, somebody just asked, how does payment work? Let me show you how payment works here in China. Thank you, Dakota MLS. I could show you my payment code. You don't need to worry about that because the code automatically updates. So if you have an American credit card, you can see this is my payment code here in China. It's linked to my Visa credit card. It updates every few seconds. So you don't have to worry about somebody stealing your identity or somebody stealing your payment code. You don't need to worry about that. It automatically updates. And when you pay a vendor, your Visa company is going to capture the amount in Chinese money and they'll automatically convert it to US dollars based on that day's currency exchange. Does that make sense? So you don't actually need to do anything. The bank is going to do it for you. Whether you have I think you could, that also happens when you have a debit card. So once again, let me show you again. So you just show the payment code, you scan it, and it'll just show up as a transaction on your credit card bill. Like Alipay, 25 yuan, $3.50. So you have to use a, so my advice is you have to use a credit card or a charge card that doesn't take an international card fee. So my Capital One and my American Express don't have an international card fee. So it is totally no fee. But in China, if you use it for more than 200 yuan, so that's about $28, they'll charge you a 3% fee. So this is why sometimes when you see me at a restaurant and the bill is 400 yuan, I'll split it into two payments of 200 so I don't end up paying the 3%. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? What was my job in China? I worked for a large American company. What up, Dex? I work for a large American company. There's nothing wrong with the job, man. I just well, obviously I was, job didn't work out for me long term, and I'm not the type who's gonna. Butters are still being decided. Thank you, Matty Ice. But let me just say that there were some people I didn't get along with. Thank you, Matty Ice. It's corporate America, man. There's gonna be people you don't get along with. There was just people I didn't get along with. That's all. 中国的银行卡都把我拉黑了。What you mean? What you mean, Mike? What you mean, Mike? Man, what was I eating? 90. I was eating not what I wish I was eating. Thank you, Black Widow. Thank you, Black Widow. What up, Black Widow? Miss Lala's like, what? I was eating potato chips. What up, Arashi? What up, Bullish? What up, Lisa? Yeah, man, I love talking to you guys, man. Today I actually tried to go out and stream from outside. I just don't want to show you guys the same stuff over and over again. So I went outside. I decided it wasn't really that cool. So I decided to just stay in bed and just chill. What disciplines did I study as a kid? Books. No music, no academics, just books. I was a very good student, but I did not like school. Man, follow the channel, share this live stream. How many people view this live stream? We got a lot of viewers online, man. This is crazy. Man, I love it. Man, Matt, I played basketball, but I wasn't good enough for the basketball team. I was trash. But I played hard. Thank you, Xiaobendan. Thank you, N. I study other things. I studied blondes. To this day, I study blondes. I study them. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you. No, Laugh Till knows me. Birdie, man, much love to you too. Man, I study women in general. Not brunettes, blondes, no hair, bald, whatever it is. I study women, period. I study women. Thank you, Dakota Sue. What up, Dakota? Man, hey, it's about to be football time, y'all. About to be football time. Man, thank you, Jessica. I will tell you about my experience with the massage in the bathhouse, man. So, like, I've never gone to a happy ending place here in China, just being honest. So I'm not really into all that. Thank you, Shauna. I go to a nice massage place that'll give me a place to chill and get a decent massage. I actually charged a gift card at one of the massage places here in Shenzhen, back in Shenzhen. Thank you, Shelby and Doris. And because I've been streaming for so long, man, I need to go and use it. It's use it or lose it. So I gotta go back to Shenzhen soon and I gotta use my massage card. I probably have to invite Panda to come with me because I still got like a few $100s on that card. I want to make sure I use it. I want to make sure I use it before I lose it. Thank you. DP, I did not go because when I got off the live stream at like 3:40, by the time I get there, it would have been closed. But I'm thinking about taking you guys there tomorrow then. Thank you, Craig B. I'm thinking about taking you guys to that Great Wall tomorrow. I'm thinking about it. I haven't made up my mind yet. Thank you, RJW. No brothers, no sisters. No brothers and no sisters. I'm an only child. Thank you, RJW. Yo, we are number 56 in the global rankings, everybody. Thanks to all the heart me's. Thanks to all the exclusive bracelets from everybody. We are number 56 in the world, y'all. I know, I am all tan now. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Christina. Man, Linda, great to see you. I hope you're feeling better. Buttons, Stone, Viking, Moonwatch, Pamela, in. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Thank y'all, man. So we're going to the city of Changchun tomorrow. Y'all ready for the city of Changchun tomorrow? I'm telling y'all, thank you, Nate and Pamela. We're going to another beautiful city called Changchun tomorrow. We got our train ticket. We will be in the city of Changchun. Thank you, E-Shep and Pamela Jean. What's the longest relationship I've been in? 3 years. Thank you, Sandy, Ninja Warrior, and Pamela Jean. Thank you, E-Shep and Christina. 3 years. My college girlfriend. It's the longest relationship I've ever been in. My favorite football team, the Bears. Chicago. From when I lived in Chicago. Thank you, Michelle and Red Dog. My year's 9 years. Can't stream on the train, man. It's moving way too fast. The signal isn't reliable there. Thank you, Craig and Red Dog and Christina. Thank y'all for all the love and support. Thank you, Marlene. Why don't I date Panda? Because I want to keep business and personal life separate. That's why. Thank you, Pay Up Hafas. And thank you, Marlene. And can I be perfectly honest with you? I feel like I'm still a dog and it wouldn't be fair to hurt. Thank you, Marisol, because I feel like I'm still a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's such a good person, man. I don't want to be a dog to hurt. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Marlene. That's the reason why. And she's too good for me. Honestly, man, Panda's too good for me. She's too good of a human being. She's too good of a girl for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason at home. That's the reason why. That's the reason why, man. She's my boss. Exactly. What up, Gio? I know I got to clean my shirt. I was eating them chips earlier, man. I was eating them. How you feeling, Gio? You feeling better? Thank you, Terry R. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Man, I think highly of myself. But, you know what I'm saying? I need one of them, I feel like, you know, I honestly thought I was going to get married to my ex-girlfriend. I actually asked her to marry me. Like, not with a ring or anything, but I just, like, half jokingly brought it up and half seriously brought it up. I thought I was going to get married to her. Did I ever respond to it? We've known each other for 3 years, girl. Which girl is that? I don't really recall that, Steve. We've known each other for 3 years. Not sure what you're talking about. Oh, Gio, I'm glad. I'm very glad. I'm very glad. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What up, Dylan? What up, Dylan? Yeah, I do got to grow up, man. I do got to grow up and start a family. She messaged me a few days ago. Oh, yes. Man, you're not my sister. I ain't got no sister. Oh, yeah, I did respond to her. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You wanted me to, let me read you the WeChat exchange though. So, yes, I did. I try to fade though. I try to fade it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get, so yes, I did. So she said, just realized we've known each other for 3 years. How time flies. I responded, time flies. More than 3 years, actually. February 2021, I met you. And she responded, you remember the time? How sweet. I bet you got a crush on me. That's what she said. That was the last message from her. I bet you got a crush on me. And I responded, of course. That's what I said to her. Of course. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm telling you, I'm a dog. Man. I am a dog. A DAWG. Man, she don't watch live, man. She can't watch TikTok. I'm a dog. Thank you, Sarah Morgan. Man. Oh, Sarah Morgan, man. Oh, Sarah Morgan. I may have gone into your profile. Yeah, I may have seen some of your videos, Sarah Morgan. I may have gone into your profile, Sarah Morgan. Okay? I may have. May or may not. I may have. Thank you, Chris. I may have. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. Funny dog. I'm a dog. I'm telling you, man, if I do end up getting settled down, man, I will bring her on the live stream. I promise you. Thank you, Shayna, Majoru. You know what I'm saying? I will check yours out, Arashi. I will check yours out. I promise. The reason I saw Sarah's yesterday is that somehow I think she liked one of my videos or something. I just clicked on it. You gotta like more of my videos, Arashi. Man, yeah, I gotta settle down one day. Thank you, Chris. Never get back with my ex. Look today, you're on vacation. I'll look today. I will look today, Arashi. By the way, speaking of my ex, that's how you know you're thinking about her. Because she has a Chinese Instagram account. Every now and then I look her up on Chinese Instagram just to see how she's doing. Like right now. She hasn't posted a video since August 31st. Oh, she's posted yesterday. Never mind.
下杆至球杆与地面平行时，从我们的视线出发，球杆应该落入这个。
She still looks the same. Still looks the same. Thank you, Chris.
你会明显的观察到球杆不在界内，如果球杆卡在身后，也是出界。只要球杆。
She's a golf instructor, by the way. Thank you, Jack12. She's a golf instructor. You know, all the ladies, man, if you break up with a boyfriend, do you ever think about him? Do you ever think about the boyfriend that you broke up with, or do you just erase him from your mind? I know, Korean, I'm about to go to sleep. You think about him? You still do? No, somebody saying no. Man, what up, Pugs? Pugs is here. Pugs, you are never on at this time. Thank you, Pam. Are you going to work or something? You are never on at this time. Thank you, Pam. Keep it moving. No work on Sunday. I love it. The no's are lying. He said the no's are lying. You know what's crazy right now is as I'm talking to you guys right now, this is Fast and Furious 7. If you remember the movie, the Fast and Furious 7 movie, that movie was the one where Paul Walker passed away from a car accident. And they had to finish the film with special technology. And they had to use his younger brother to step in for him. So I'm watching the end of the movie right now that they pay a tribute to Paul Walker. I remember I saw this movie like literally 7-8 years ago when I was still living in the United States, back home in the States. I just can't believe how much time has passed since I saw this movie. And this is the last time Paul Walker was ever in a Fast and Furious 7 movie. Yeah, it was the Porsche. It's the Charlie Puth song. Man, time goes by fast, man. Time goes by fast. So anyway, Pugs, if you're still watching, I went outside tonight to look for a place to stream. And it was way too dark. And there's not a whole lot going on in this city. So I decided to come back to my room and just chill and answer some questions and chill out. Am I Chinese? I'm Chinese American. I'm Chinese by blood, but I'm an American citizen. So I'm American. I'm a Chinese American. But I don't have Chinese citizenship, unfortunately. I wish I still had my Chinese citizenship. And I'm never going to have Chinese citizenship again in my life, but I hope to get a Chinese green card. I want to get a Chinese green card. What's a traditional Chinese breakfast, man? You gotta watch more live streams. The more of my live streams you watch, the more you'll see. But it's usually congee, some type of fried dough, a piece of Chinese bread. You know, watch more of my live streams when I go into a morning market. Also, it depends on where you are in China. You know, if you are in the north versus you're in the south, dim sum is actually a traditional Chinese breakfast when you're in the south. But they don't really eat a lot of dim sum here in the north. They don't eat as much rice here in the north. They eat a lot of noodles here in the north. You know, they mostly eat rice in the south. So it really depends on where you are in China. The cuisine is very, very different. What up, Annis? What up, Annis? Thank you, Dakota Sue. Great to see you, Annis. Annis, you should be at church. Thank you, Dakota. You should be at church, Annis. Man, how to get Chinese green card. Lego and all things. Well, I gotta tell you this. It ain't easy, man, but I'm working on it. Thank you, Lego. It ain't easy, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Why do I prefer living in China? I don't. I like living in China and I like living in America. One of the biggest reasons I love living in China right now is, I've explained all the reasons, man. But one of the financial reasons is that it saves me a lot of money. Oh, you're in Colombia. Oh my God, Annis. Wow. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Send some photos, please. Send some photos on WeChat, please, if you have a minute. I'm not sick at all, Lisa JB. I'm not sick at all. I'm just chilling in bed. I'm about to go to sleep in like maybe 15, 20 minutes. I just wanted to chat with you guys before I go to bed because I wasn't able to stream outside tonight because there really wasn't a whole lot going on outside. So I decided to stream from inside. How did my parents get out of China? Using a visa. First of all, they didn't get out of China. They immigrated to the United States. You make it sound so bad, by the way. Get out of China. They didn't get out of China. They immigrated to the United States as immigrants. They didn't get out of China. You know what I mean? Do I think South Korea is safe? Yeah, I think South Korea is safe. I've never been there before. Snoring Panda, okay, you're in Hangzhou, okay? You a man or a woman? You a man. All right, then. Stay in Hangzhou, man. I was about to say, if you're a beautiful female, then we got to do something together. We got to link up. Thank you, Jack 12 Long. You know what I'm saying? I had to look at that profile photo to see if it was a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? Shit. No, I would not. I'm going to keep my U.S. passport. I would not. I'm going to tell you guys the reason why I'm going to keep my U.S. passport, man. It's not because I like one place better versus the other. That U.S. passport may be a very simple blue book that a lot of people back home in America have. But to me, it's the symbol of 20 plus years of hard work to get to where we are as a family. So it's a lot more than the passport itself. It's the hard work that went into that passport, that went into getting that passport, is the reason why I'm never going to get rid of it. Yeah, if I got rid of it, I probably don't have to pay taxes internationally like I do as a U.S. citizen. But it is that passport is very meaningful to me because of all the work that went into getting it. Thank you, Sarah. It's a symbol. Thank you, Sarah Morgan. It's a symbol of our family struggles. You know what I'm saying? That's why. So, Grandpa, man, I could stay in China indefinitely, to be honest with you, because I have a business here in China. And a lot of people don't know this, man, but China is very friendly towards former Chinese citizens. I used to have a Chinese passport. I am a former Chinese citizen. They have a special policy towards former Chinese citizens. Our visas are longer. So my visa is longer than a typical Chinese visa that they give out to other foreigners because I used to be a Chinese citizen. My visa is 5 years at a time. You know what I'm saying? I get a visa. So China's very, very friendly to Huaqiao, to Chinese people who are living overseas. Very, very, very friendly to people who used to have Chinese citizenships. So for me, I have a 5-year visa, and you know what I'm saying. So for me, it's just different. It's just different. Follow the channel, man. It's just different. Follow the channel, man. Share this live stream. You have a 10-year tourist visa, exactly same thing. I could probably get a 10-year tourist visa as well, if I don't wanna get the 5-year anymore. So, I know, Lisa. I was eating potato chips on camera a little bit earlier. Yes, thank you, all things. Thank you so much, Anita. Of course, you're welcome. Rick, yes, as long as it doesn't have any cannabis in it. E-cigs are okay, allowed in China. No cannabis, no drugs. Don't bring any drugs. Thank you, hey Sarah. What up, Cherish? I will be back on Sunday evening. Thank you, Cherish and Holly. I will be back on Sunday evening. We'll stream from somewhere new. Thank you, Majiru and Ebony. And then by the time it's Monday morning for you guys, I will be in a brand new city called Changchun. Thank you, Ebony, here in Dongbei in northeast China. So, Pamela, of course, Pamela. I work hard. I got a lot more cool live streams coming up. We got a lot more cool shows coming up, I promise. You know, when we got a lot more cool shows coming up. This is just the beginning. Yes, they do. Yeah. Absolutely. They have the death penalty in China. We have it in America too, though. What's the difference? Thank you, Ashley. We have it in America too. See, Icy Cotton, so I'm thinking about going to Harbin. I'm probably going to go to Harbin, but I need to go back to Harbin this February because I need to stream the Ice Sculpture Festival. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to go to Harbin this trip, if I'm going to come back in like December and January to stream the Ice Festival. You know what I mean? So follow the channel. Hit the follow button. We'll be streaming the Ice Festival. That's going to be tough, though. I probably need to buy a jacket. I need to buy some gloves. I need to buy a hat. It's gonna be cold in Harbin, man. It's gonna be real cold. But we're gonna be streaming it. We're gonna be streaming it. The Ice Festival. That'll be interesting, man. Much better. What up, roaming cowgirl? How you doing? Can you take us to the beautiful lakes? Yes, I will. Man, as long as there's a signal here, I'm gonna take you guys everywhere. I would take you to Mars if there was a cell phone signal on Mars. You know, it all depends on whether or not there's a signal. What did he say? My phone will what? My phone will be so cold. Yeah, I gotta work. See, I don't know if I'm being hit with a restriction or something, because I think you see the viewers. You shall see the viewers dropping. Thank you, UMV. I think I'm being hit with a restriction. So I'll probably have to end this live stream soon, because Rick James asked me about e-cig. I think we're about to get hit with a restriction. Thank you, UMV. Look at our views dropping, y'all. I think we're about to get hit with a restriction. I don't know why. We're just sitting here chatting. I don't know what's going on over here. You see that? Because I think I said the word cannabis or something. I don't know what's going on. Weird. Getting hit with restrictions for no reasons, man. I'm telling y'all, man. The AI just be hitting us with restrictions for no reason. Yesterday, I got hit with a restriction because they thought I was drinking alcohol when I was drinking pomegranate juice. You know what I'm saying? I was drinking pomegranate juice on camera yesterday, and I was drinking a juice. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I don't even know what's going on. We just sitting here and chatting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on over here. The AI just don't do its job. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. Huh. Man, they be doing too much, I know. All right, anyway, I think that's my cue to go. I think it's my cue to go to sleep. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, all right? I'm going to see you guys tonight, Sunday night. All right, I'm going to see you guys on Sunday night, okay? Let's go ahead and get up out of here. I'm going to get up out of here. I'll see you guys Sunday night, USA time. Thank you, all things. Thank you, Pugs. Thank you, everybody. Great to see you, Pugs, at a very unusual time. I'm going to see you guys later. That's my cue to get some sleep anyway. Thank you, Ian, PF Wisco, everybody for moderating. Join the Discord channel. I'm going to see y'all later, everybody. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Majuru. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the love and support tonight. I'm going to go get some sleep. I'm going to see y'all later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.